live coverage of the Champions of Otherworldly Magic, Champions TCG Weekend Open Series. My name is Brett Banfi. I am your host with you in the booth today. Happy Saturday. Excited to bring you some live coverage here. We're tuning in following Zach playing Haruki in game one, round one. And we see that Haruki down to 52. Four mana. It's Zach's turn. Zach is on the bottom of the screen. We are championstcg.com, discord.gg/championstcg. That Pegasi comes down, gets rid of the monkey, and we see a pass back to Haruki. Glaciador, believe on turn 4 for Haruki. Haruki, one of our very strong players from the Japanese community. Zach from our Philippines. Grip full of cards. He has 6 in hand. Looking at Lumi or Monkey. He ends up going with the Rogueorcer. He was considering doing a double. This will keep the Rogueorcer alive with only 4 retaliation from the Glaciador and then an attack with the monkey. Dracoferno comes down and it does get an Inferno, but it doesn't kill that Pegasi despite that Pegasi only having 2 health. The Inferno ability does do a random number of damage between 1 and 9, and in this case it just got the 1. They call that a crit fail. Which is the lowest possible of the potential outcomes. Then we see the monkey come down, the Lumi bless it, and a trade of the Rogueorcer with that Dracoferno. So that Dracoferno did end up doing some significant work, even if it did leave that Pegasi alive. Fortunately, that Pegasi, I believe, is frozen from the Glaciador, so we don't see an attack back with that. Now it's Haruki's turn, and I believe he's on 6. Pegasol comes down. That's the full 6, so that is his turn. Unfortunately, it was a very good turn. Now the Pegasi is thawed. You can see that glow around it, signifying it can attack. Double attack, Pegasi and Lumi, and Zach really moving into control of this game right here. 27, still a lot of life for Haruki, but it is starting to feel like you're turning the corner here. Pegasi coming down, immediately attacking that Lumi. And a pass back, so at least 13 on board. Flammy comes down and somehow survives. That is a very lucky Toad right there. Hydrofang, followed with a Arctopal, and Haruki down to 7 with 5 attackers on board. He is able to mop up 2 of them with that Scorchwing, and he freezes the last one, but it's still too little too late. He gets one attack with the Fox Assassin now. Now, he did reveal that he has a Fox Assassin in his deck, so potential that, anytime you're playing these events, you want to conceal as much information as possible from your opponent. So he had lethal attackers on the board. Didn't have to reveal that he has that Fox Assassin, but it does show that potentially Rush is a component of his strategy this tournament. We are playing a free to enter $500 weekend event. This is a 2-day event, so we will play 5 rounds of Swiss coverage today. And then the top 8, we will cut to the top 8 players, and those top 8 will move on to day 2, where we'll bring you the finals coverage tomorrow. Lately, these top 8 players have been getting a tournament skin special card as well as part of their bounty, their spoils for this victory to get into the day 2 of the event. And also we're seeing the brand new lobby that was just deployed. The lobby does have some improvements, including the ability to see other games that are going on, as well as potentially to spectate. The spectate feature is not live, but it is.
Your game has started.
It is coming very soon. Trademarked. Haruki is on the play in this game. Again, my name is Brett Banfi. I'm your host. We see the Hydrofang come down on turn 2. Very powerful 5/4 attacker. With the Vortex ability, immediately deals 3 to the opponent. Pegasol comes down and makes quick work of that Tretier. Zach, a big fan of the Tretier. It's his favorite card. He's told me that. Wow, the Scorchwing with a full 9 on the Inferno for the Pegasol. Only needed 5, but got the full 9. And then attacks with the Pegasi. Out comes the Flammy. Does leave 1 attacker on board for Haruki. My name is Brett Banfi. Thank you for being with us on your Saturday. For me, this is morning, but for you, whether it's morning, noon, night, welcome to tournament coverage of ChampionsTCG.com. We see an attack from the Monk after a Life Bloom, blessing it up to 8 health. With Flammy comes down, and now it's back to 4. The Pegasi ignores it, just attacks the face. We'll see if that comes back to bite him. Those can be very tricky decision lines. Oh no, because of course he has the Ice Equine, so no longer a tricky decision there. Very clear reasoning behind ignoring the monkey. He brings down his own monkey and attacks for 4, and now we see Haruki's starting to take control, although he is down to only 3 cards in hand. My name is Brett Banfi. Thank you so much for being with us. This is our $500 free-to-enter weekend tournaments playing Champions TCG. We're following the tournament coverage of Zach on the bottom of the screen. He plays a Pegasi and then a Pandorable for 1 mana, the Pegasi for 4 mana. You can see the mana bar as these blue dots at the bottom. Looks like there might have been some sort of closeout with that ability, but the Life Bloom was able to resolve, so we're excited to see that. But yeah, the mana counter down there as the blue lights, if you want to keep track at home. An Inferno ability comes down from a Scorchwing, immediately goes to the graveyard, but cleans up that monkey. Leaves the Pegasi on Zach's battlefield with 5 health. That is removed with an attack from the Icyquine. You see a Bunatron come down. That's that bunny on the right-hand side for Haruki at the top of the screen. Here we see the Fox Assassin, then a Pandorable with a Life Bloom. And he has, looks like, enough to Gua S as well. Now the question is to Gua S, or do you wait next turn? I like the Gua S right now. And you Gua itself probably with the Bless ability. And that's what he does. He Guas itself, because if you get all in on that Fox Assassin, it just becomes too easy to Whirlwind. So I like the distribution of your threat. Does trade with the monkey, so maybe it wasn't a smart idea now that I think about it. Glaciador comes down. Freezes the Fox Assassin. And now we see a Nordy and an Enchi in hand, facing 3 very lethal attackers with a frozen Fox Assassin. So we're seeing Haruki strongly in control in this. I believe they're game 2. Down comes the Nordy, down comes the Enchi, but immediately removed with the Dracoferno. Very powerful card. 5 mana, 7 health with Inferno. You see a strong attack there, and all he rips is the Arctifang. Sorry, that is a good card. It's a step in the right direction, but he is facing quite a strong attack next turn. He's already down to 28. We'll see how Zach manages to deal with this. And the Enchakra comes down. This might be all she wrote. This is a very difficult board to navigate now. But leave your opponent a chance to make a mistake, and sometimes they will. It looks like Haruki is ignoring the face, going after these creatures, and that's your way back into this game, truthfully. You needed exactly that kind of play, and this was a strong card, the Arctic King. It's an 8/8. You are taking an attack for 11 next turn, at least, unless your opponent, well, with the Pegasol, sometimes Pegasols solve all issues, but it's still only an attack for 18. That Pegasol, or that Enchakra is frozen. The Arctifang is able to, oh, and again, he's going after the Arctic King. Wow. Here, a massive Inferno card would have actually almost balanced the battlefield. Unfortunately, he doesn't find that. He does just find the End Paul, and he is taking a crack back for 13, going to 15. But you're in the territory where, again, you can rebound here. As your opponent has opted to attack your creatures as opposed to your face. Now, of course, this is just my personal take. I do think that that is a mistake. And again, another mistake from the opponent. So here we have the Arctopod. It has haste. It's going to be able to attack and kill this Dracoferno. You can't mess around. Now, your opponent's End Chakra should be able to attack this turn. Enchi is a good draw if you're Zach. He drops him to 12, excuse me, but yeah, not enough. Gets that Lumi, and that is a lethal attack on board. So, but he did survive for about 3 turns longer than really he should have, as a result of some of those questionable decisions. All right, and I believe that was game 2. So Haruki moves, evens the score between he and Zach at 1 game apiece. And we see both contestants going into game 3. Here, Zach will be on the play. Sometimes the play is extremely important. We are watching Champions TCG, championstcg.com. You can find us in the Discord, discord.gg/championstcg. And while we're waiting for this next game to start, I just want to make a quick announcement. We are really excited for the September 21st million card launch. It's going to be on Handcash. Very excited. If you don't already have a Handcash, get yourself one. Handcash.io /
A player has joined the table. Your game has started.
Yeah, just handcash.io. Get a Handcash. Get ready for September 21st. The second generation of champions. 150 brand new champions coming out. Monkey coming down on 2. Attacking for 4. And Haruki playing conservatively. We saw him do that all game last game. He is an extremely gifted player. From the Japanese community. Arctopol on 3, I believe, attacks again for 4. Haruki all the way down, already down to 52. This is 1-for-1 traded with that Scorchwing. We're watching Zach on the bottom of the screen with 4 mana. He has a Lumino, which does cost 4. But he could also deploy an End Paw. That's what he opts for. I like this End Paw play. Gives you some flexibility in future turns with the Lumino and the Bless ability on the End Paw. The Enchi is the base version of that End Paw, so we see it come down. End Paw now. He has 5 mana. He could play Lumi, Hydrofang, and Nordy. I like this play, but he opts instead for Rogorser. Gets an attack in for 5. Pass back. Haruki on 5 now. And a complete whiff with that Flammy. Only 1 to the Rogorser. Keeps it alive. Just really, those Inferno turns where you don't get anything off the board can be backbreaking. We're going to see an attack for at least 13, dropping Haruki to 34. Make that 16 with the Lumi. Dropping to 31. And now we see a Hydrofang with the Vortex ability for 3 additional, down to 28. Down comes the Glaciodor, does freeze that Empal with a Monkey to follow. We can see the Monkey trade with the Rogorser. Eventually that Glaciodor, if it survives, can eat up that Lumi, but it's almost too little too late at this point with that really backbreaking Flamey that did not kill the Rogorser. You had to eventually trade your Monkey with it as opposed to the Lumi. And now you see a Pegasol come down and an evolved Lumino. I like that play from Zach. Considering just attacking the Glaciodor, opts to attack the face. So the difference between these two players here, we've seen Haruki attacking Zach's creatures, but Zach attacking Haruki's face. And just for good good measure. He adds some blessing to that Pegasaur, gets an additional 3, and that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to see Zach with the victory in round 1. And stay tuned while we take a quick break, and we'll be back with round 2 coverage.
Just waiting for the opponent to join, and we will dive in much deeper. All right. Welcome to the stream, guys. Yes, welcome. All right, so I'm scared. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm genuinely frightened. I don't know what's gonna happen. Here we go. Blends versus Fiddlesticks, round 1 of today's tourney. Ranked, that is. So it's my first ranked battle. Am I gonna win? Am I gonna lose? Guys, I have no clue. I just know I'm gonna do my best. And that's it. I got Air type, Joy Fae. That's the the Joy Fairy. Can't do much there. But this is there's some money on the line for this one, so let's keep it going. No fear. Oh my gosh, you got the Lumi. I'm gonna blow that Lumi back. Should I blow the Lumi back? Or should I... I'm just gonna blow the Lumi back. Do what we know best, you know? Bring that dude out. Look at this, 1 damage. 1 damage, guys. Woo, the deck is slim, but we are going to make improvements over time. Definitely looking forward to new mints, or the next upcoming mint. See if I can capture like new cards, some good eggs and all. My goodness, that Lumi's coming in and out, and I'm not gonna sleep on it. Let's see. So it's 4 damage, or sorry, 7 attack for 7 attack for health. I'm thinking of tossing it back out, but that's just 1 character, right? And it only costs 2 mana. So 7 damage. I got 4, and if I bring this guy out, we're gonna get to 7 damage as well. So let me bring this guy out for now, and let me just keep going for these little pecks. These 1 and 2 hit pecks. My gosh. Wow. Right, the setup. How did I not know, right? Dare I say, obviously this would happen. I gotta get this guy out of here. So let's get this dude out. I don't know how many Lumis he's got, but I would imagine he's only got a few Lumis. Let's get this Enki up, Enchi up. Let's do it like that. Take our shots when we can. 3 on that one. Who can drop 3 damage on this guy? We get a 2 damage. He'll take us out with that. I don't want to lose anybody to this guy. I could Psybeam him for 8 and then Psybeam him, swap that. Yeah, I kind of don't want. Let me see what I can do here. Could I lose somebody here and then Psybeam him so he has 1 attack? Or should I take him out? I'm gonna take him out. I don't want to trade like that, but I don't want this guy on the field, and I want to save that Psybeam just in case we need it for something else. I don't know if that was the best call, but to me it was the safest bet to clear the floor, since these battles are probably going to be really long. That is the honest truth. I suspect these will be long matches with these weak characters, right? Not that they're all weak, but not everybody's got tons of ordinals or I guess NFTs, the BSV side. So maybe I'll save these cards for the next one, next hand. And look at the hand up there. Look how many cards he's got. Look at that. Oh, the fear is real. The fear. Oh my gosh. Isoquine. That guy had to come back out, huh? Had to come back out. Whew. So I've got to take this guy out, no question about it. I might trade. Might trade. I might trade something. Let me think. I could. Let me see how many points I have. How many mana I have? 3, 6. I don't have enough. I could freeze the Lumi for 1 turn, 2 turns, and then go in for, and then take out the Isoquine, and then go in for 4 damage. I could do that. 7 damage is quite a bit right now for me to handle. So I might freeze that Lumi, and then I'll have no mana essentially left. And then I'll take out the Isoquine with the Enchi or Enki, and then I'll go for 4 damage. I'm gonna do that. Let's freeze that. Let's take this guy out, and then let's go for the. Oh, I can't. He froze me. I forgot he froze me. Okay. All right. It is what it is. Battle's getting wild. Please don't smile. It's time to get vexed. It's time to get wrecked. No, it's time to show respect. It's time to be patient. It's time to do it. I think that was a little bit early to use a Blizzard, but it's gonna cause him to use, yes, exactly. It's gonna cause him to use some of his, oh my gosh. Seriously. How does one person have so many cards? This is crazy. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to freeze this guy. And then I'm going to... No, I can't attack with him at all. I might have to take this guy out. It's too bad. Okay, I gotta take out this guy as soon as I can. This Lumi. I've got 1 more chance to roll with the Lumi. And maybe I'll save this bear. I'm thinking of saving the bear. With the Psybeam swap. Give him 8 defense so he stays on the field. Okay, I think that was a reasonable play. We'll see how it goes. Well, that was a pretty good whirlwind, and that side beam swap right there just lets that div stay around just a little bit longer, probably long enough to wreak some serious havoc. So what I'll do, I like that swap though. What I'll do here, this is gonna be tough, guys. It's gonna be a tough call. Got 6 damage on the Arctic Fang. And the Fury Bear got 3 damage. I could swap it. I could take out this guy 1. I could can't take out the Divinify. I definitely have to get rid of this guy. I could take out a couple of these guys with the Earthquake. I'm gonna try it. Okay, and I got 30 seconds to make this call. So I could trade this guy here. I could trade this guy here. I could, and that's not really the best play, but he should be frozen for now. So let me drop this out there, and let me do this. Let me do this, and let me do this before the time runs out. Woo! I don't believe it. Literally down to the last second. That Stana play may have really worked. I'm sorry to take out myself so many times to trade, but it may have helped. It may have helped. It mitigated quite a bit of damage that could have been dealt. I still have to trade though. I still unfortunately have to trade. And I don't know this deck, right? It's not like it's a pre-made. These decks are not made in a way where you can simply let's beef this guy up a little bit more health, and let's see what else I could do here. I'm contemplating playing this green card. Just play this, see if I can draw a card. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. Let's see. I could take out the Uga. I could also. Whew. Guys, this is tough. Okay. I'm going to. Uh-oh. Oh no, I forgot he's not the evolution. This is tough. I gotta take somebody out. I don't want to trade though. I don't want to die. 3 damage. So take this dude out. Let's do that. Let's take this. No, let's take him. Let's take him out. And then we will just be patient. Let's just hold this off for the next round. That one's tough. That's really tough. I wonder if he's going to go straight for the attack or if he's going to take out the Pegasaur. Not the Pegasaur, the Fury Bear. Yep. Right. And now they've got 16 damage right now to my 4. He hits me 1 time with those 2 and we're pretty much leveled off. Oh, right. All right, got the Isoquine. I've got to freeze somebody. Because I don't know, I can't take anybody out right now with any single one of these strikes. So I'm gonna take out. It doesn't really matter who. Freeze him. And I've got to play some cards. I need some cards on the field. Is it wise to empty my hand though? I just don't think so. For 2 damage, that could be useful. As you see right now, if I had that extra 2 damage right now, if I had played it before, then I would be able to take out the Divinifly. So I'm going to empty my hand. Not really my usual strategy, but I'm going to do it. It's, again, not my typical strategy. But I'm hurting that I didn't have it before. I was hoping that I would get some new stuff come up, you know, like a new hand, a new playable card. So let's see, I still have a Roglet. No, sorry, a Rogorser. I still have, I think a Pegasi. I lost the Pegasol. I think I lost the Pegasol, so I definitely have a Pegasi in the deck. And I've got another, what else could I play that could shift things up a little bit? I've got the Croc coming as well. I do have another Rush card. Right. I've got maybe 1 or 2 other Rush cards. Definitely 1, as far as I could see. So this could be cool. I've got another Earthquake. And okay, so not so bad. Let's, first things first, take out this guy. No sweat. Let's ice this guy down. So he's frozen for 1 or 2 turns. And I'm gonna bring everybody out. I can't really take any more damage though. This is not looking good. So he's flying. I gotta take him out because if I use Earthquake, it's not gonna do anything to him. So I'm just gonna attack for the.
player has joined the table. Your game has started.
Back. I believe lost game 1 to Fukuchi. Fukuchi, again, he's the current top ranked player on our ranked leaderboard. And just an absolute extraordinary player. Extraordinary. Very serious about the game. One of the things I really appreciate and admire about him is that he really takes it extremely seriously. Flammy comes down with the Inferno ability, somehow miraculously survives. Every time that Flammy survives, I'm gonna always say that. He's traded 1-for-1 with an opposing Flammy. I'm not sure I love that play from Fukuchi. I think it's a little bit of a questionable use of the value of that Flammy, but sometimes you can go on tilt a little bit if if the Flammy that your opponent plays kills 2 of your creatures and somehow survives. Your first instinct is to get rid of it as soon as possible, just because you're so infuriated. Right, so we see the Uga attack that Enchi, and then we see Arctopaw come down. Interesting that the Arctopaw traded with Uga instead of just the monkey. Attacking it and surviving, so you would keep a 4/3 on the battlefield. Alright. Down comes the Tretier on Fukuchi's side. Tretier has that guard ability. Guard extremely powerful in this format. YS and now attacked. Leaving 3 mana out though, so not the most efficient use of mana because that was a 6 mana turn there. Could have played the Uga Chief, could have played the Arctic King. Instead, opted just to spend 3 mana, bless the monkey and attack. Did add 4 to the battlefield for both health and attacker there, so... But it did leave 3 mana left. We'll see if that comes back to cause an issue. Monkey comes down and trades with the Blessed Monkey. And we see a follow-up Lumino. On 7 mana here. Could see an Arctic King come down and freeze that Lumino, attack for 4. Instead we see the... Excuse me. Instead we see that that Fox Assassin attack and trade with the Lumino. Wonder what he's saving that Arctic King for, because I do think that was a perfect time for it. Again, also an inefficiency from the mana standpoint because you spent 5 when you could have spent 6 there. Okay, so the Pegasaur comes down, eats up that Guas, and now this could be a good time for the Arctic King, but again, he looks like he is reaching for that Pegasi. Here we see a 8 mana, so a 6 mana and a Hydrofang seems like it could be in order here, but instead Pegasi just trades, and then well, I feel like I'm a broken record here, but that was also inefficient from the mana standpoint because you could have spent all 8. Instead, you spent 6 and left yourself with 2 6-mana cards in your hand. You're not going to be able to play those both on the same turn, of course. Scorchwind comes down. Now he has 7 mana, so he can play 1 card. He chooses Rogorser. Monkey attacks for 4. Magmantis comes down, and it's a monster 8/7, and then we see an evolution to Uga. So this is starting to get into some dangerous territory, although he has some great answers here. One of those answers is that Arctic King. You see a blessed Hydrofang now. That Hydrofang will be able to eat trade with the Uga, but he opts not to attack. I believe that Hydrofang was frozen, so that's the reason why. We understand that. Now a Fury Bear coming down and freezing the Arctic King, and a Glaciador coming back down, freezing again the Hydrofang, which was already frozen, and the Uga comes down and does clean work there. Uga Chief with the evolution and an attack for 8, and this is quickly into danger territory here. A Vortex and an Uga Chief will be able to come down and attack. Must attack, in my opinion, that Glaciador. Has to attack the Glaciador. You can't trade there. You have to just take the 8 damage from the Uga Chief, crack back in the hopes of killing 2 things because your opponent has 3 cards in hand. So this is going to spiral out of control for Zach quickly. If you're not able to stem the bleeding there. Okay, so the Glaciador trades with the Hydrofang. We see a Lumi come down. That Magmantis is frozen. A double blessing on the Fury Bear, and it's a 14/8 attacker. So we just have the Hydrofang now. Wow. He gets the Fury Bear one shot with the Flammy and attacks the Magmantis with the Hydrofang. So best possible scenario that you could have asked for from Zach there. That was a very effective Inferno. But down comes the Tree Guard, and the deployment of threats on the Fukuchi side is just not stopping. We're seeing a very powerful strategy from Fukuchi. Attacking for 10. Looks like from the Lumino and the Lumi, both part of the Luminous family. But a very good draw here from Zach. Now, that Arctic King can attack, and what we're going to see is the Arctic King is going to kill the Lumino. The Pegasol will kill, or the other way around, but either way, and you're getting a crack back here for 7, but you have stemmed the bleeding if you're Zach, and that was seemingly impossible 3 turns ago. So yes, you are still a low favorite to win this game, but you have a series of things that could result in a victory. That's all you can ask for. Now, he does have to get a little bit lucky here. Mechafly comes down. So the Flammerai is a great draw for him because what he's going to do is Flammerai and hope that it gets the Mechafly and the Lumi. That's the only thing that you can hope for here. You have exactly 10 mana, and it does. And now you drop the Pegasol, attack with the Arctic King and the Pegasol. Unfortunately, it will take 2 of your cards to get rid of that Tree Guard, but you are sitting here, if your opponent plays like a Pandorable here, you actually have a path to victory. And that is all you can ask for sometimes. And it's exactly what you wanted. Now, this Enchi is not a lethal attacker. It will only drop Zach to 1, so he can afford to was gonna say you could afford to just get in 5 damage there on Fukuchi. He attacks for 3, drops Zack to 1, but 1 is not none. Down comes another entry. This is a very scary board, so you just have to, yeah, you have to trade the End Paw. Will attack one of these. The Arctopal will attack the other. And now you again are live with outs to win this game. Because you are sitting with an Empal. It is a 5-1, but your opponent has nothing. And you just have to hope that he draws nothing for 6 turns. Mechadrone comes down. And that's it. The Mechadrone will be a lethal attacker next turn. So Fukuchi will advance with 2 wins right there, but very good game by both players. We see a very powerful strategy from Fukuchi. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brett Banfi. That was the conclusion of our round 2. We are watching Zack through this weekend Open Series tournament. It's a $500 free to enter tournament, and we will be right back with round 3 coverage. Until then, we are going to bring you Justin Blends in a ranked event last 2 weekends ago. Thank you so much, and we'll be back in a moment.
She's got 8 damage coming my way, at least. That still won't settle it, or still won't level it off, but we'll see what I can do with this. Ooh, he's got some cards in this deck. Got some really good cards. Oh, right, swap it out. That was reasonable. Oh. So far, we've got this guy here, Krakleroth. He is currently frozen. We don't have much other damage to go with, so we have to take out this guy. There's almost no choice. We've got to drop this out there, take our little 3 damage that we can, deal it where we can, and go in for our sneaky 1. Ooh, guys, we're looking, our back's against the wall, but he's got 1 card. All I need is 2 good cards. If I get an Earthquake, which is not ideal because it will take out both of my cards. Oh gosh, this is tough. Wow. Wow. Okay, this is a serious deck. This is a serious deck. The late game play is good. I've got limited resources right now, as you guys can see. So I've got a 4/4. All I can do is take out the Psyop and slow some of the bleeding, but I don't think we're going in the right direction right now. The Trebby. My gosh. Wow. Guys. Ran out of steam on the deck. I could use more power, and with this deck I've got a lot of 1s, 2 mana cards in this super young deck. Yeah. I'm just gonna go for the 8 damage and just call it a GG. Okay, so I'll say what I learned from this one. I definitely have to, oh my gosh, and I lose. Okay, so like I said, guys, my first ranked battle, I have to get my assets connected into this app. Okay. You'll notice that you can connect different wallets, right? But my wallet that I have some of my assets in is just simply not one of these three. So I have other assets that I just can't link right now, unfortunately. So the deck that I'm building, I'm just using the best, essentially, I'm using what I have. And there's a limitation to that, unfortunately, right now. So, yeah. Uh, uh, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't mean it'd be any different though. And you play, I see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work this out. Definitely gonna have to work it out. Got to work out this match. So anyway, that was round one of the tournament. My first ranked battle. It was an L. I still have to work on my deck. Still have to bring my assets across multiple decks. Sorry, multiple wallets. Pardon me, into one wallet or two wallets, so I can actually use them to play in ranked matches, not free battles, which is great. You know, you can play free battles, free play, but you know, you can create free decks, but then you also have decks, like you have everything available here to you if you just join for free. But when you want to create a ranked deck, you have to connect your wallet. And I only have so many assets to choose from across these two wallets that I have. I don't have anything in my Ordinals wallet. So I'm a bit at a disadvantage right now, potentially, but I will still not give up and we'll continue on. So let's go. I'll create a match for the second battle. This is okay. Fiddlesticks versus myself, round two. This is round two. Myself, Fiddlesticks. Now I know this deck a little bit better. I'm gonna have to save some of my power for later, but it's looking really, really challenging to face this person right now with this deck. The deck is just, dare I say, it's too weak, you know? It's a little bit too weak to sustain. But we don't give up, do we? No, we don't. We don't give up. I mean, I'm even pulling out a Turdy. Come on, guys. Like, I've got Turdy in this deck. Could this be the Pikachu of Champions of Otherworldly Magic? I don't know. We'll find out. Turdy, Turdworm. That's like the Pikachu and the Raichu, you know? Maybe Turdy's the Pichu. It kind of reminds me of Diglett, actually, when I first saw Turdy. Turdworm reminded me of Diglett and Dugtrio. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, so that person just seems to be waiting. Let's drop my low level cards first. Let's go, Dury. Let's do it. All right, we'll see. We'll see what the opponent's doing. Maybe he's playing something. Maybe he's got nothing. Oh, he's typing. I see. Okay, he's typing at the chat. Let's see where this is going. So guys, I'll be honest. It's not all doom and gloom, but I'll be super honest. I'm missing some cards, right? No guarantees they would be the top of the line, but I do have cards across 2 other wallets. So I only have 2 wallets connected, so I use what I could. And not to mention, this is a single card only battle, so no duplicate cards. So ideally, based on these 2 wallets, I would have been able to mint another I would actually have been able to add another, I think, another 2 fairly powerful cards to this deck had I been able to connect. Sorry, had I been able to play multiples, but then again, other people could have done the same thing with even stronger cards. But yeah, let's do it. Not giving up though. Not entirely sure what's happening on this player's side. Maybe he's busy, or I don't know. Not sure. Let's just be patient. Let him do his thing. So apparently the player might not actually be in. He might not actually be in, so I may have to actually cancel this match and try again. Yeah, I think they're having issues. They're typing in the main chat. I backed out of the game. Oh, it gave him first. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll create that match first. I'll create the match, ranked play. Let's do it again. And let's create fiddlesticks. Let's do it. Guys, we got to start again. The player joined a little too early. And so ideally, the loser creates the match, the game. And the winner of the previous match joins, but you have to give them a little extra time because it does take, as you see right now, it takes time for the system to load. So he jumped in a little too early and it gave him first turn. But technically it should be me that gets first turn. So he backed out of the last game. I know we've been playing a lot of this game on stream lately, guys. So I hope you like it because, yeah. But today is a tournament day, right? We're doing tournaments every day, Monday to Friday, pardon me. Monday to Friday. So let's say Mondays start at 8 p.m. So every day it progressively goes, the start time is 2 hours earlier. So from 8, and Tuesdays 6, Wednesdays 4, Thursdays 2, Friday is 12. So today we started at 12. And there we go. Guys, this is looking so bad. Let me just drop this right now. Get the 4. Last match, I didn't even have a chance to use my monkey much. I used them once, but I used them essentially to take somebody out. This time, I'm glad to at least get a little damage. No duplicates in this deck, though. Oh, great, right? Jeez. I don't know what to do here. This is tough. All right. I'm just not going to attack because he might attack me, but I'm not going to attack. I don't want to lose that monkey. It's my only monkey. So if I attack, I'm going to lose 3 health. That's a little too much for me right now. Just a bit too much for me right now. Wow. How is he oh, he played. I was gonna say, how did he get this card? Oh gosh, look guys, look at, oh my, are you seeing this now? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? So now this guy is at 5 damage. Okay, whirlwind. I'm gonna whirlwind. Well, first of all, I'm gonna whirlwind this guy out of the match because he costs 8 to bring out. Come on. Let's get him out. Let's trade there. Unfortunately, I might have to trade a bit. That's too bad. Because this guy's gonna take out my... I don't like this feeling at all. I don't like this feeling at all. Pandorable's gonna take out my monkey. As long as I attack Nordy, I'm gonna get down to 3 health, and the Pandorable's gonna take me out. Imagine that. A Pandorable taking out a monkey. Can I do something else? Let me think about this. Let me think for a moment. I don't know if that's a trade for me right now. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I've got to hold my monkey. Oh, I see. Trebby? Yeah. Oh, more trouble on the field. More tumultuous times ahead. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I can rush for 2 damage. I could... No, I can't do that. That won't do anything. So let's do this. And let's do this. And maybe I'll heal. Please don't kill him. Please let him live. Please let him live. And maybe I'll rush this Pandorable for 2. Do my best to clear the playing field. I gotta stay in this, guys. However I possibly can. Yeah, you can see that everybody's, well, the 2 of us are really carefully plotting our moves, right? Oh, we got the solar move. I like that. I like that card right there. Nice bless. Oh, right, of course, right? Now we got a 6 defense solar move. Let me see. I didn't see him with any earthquakes last time. So I'm going to play that, and I'm going to play this. I'm going to play all my small cards for now. 6 defense on that one. I could trade. Let's see. I could do this, and I could do this. I just feel like I'm playing catch up, like constantly playing catch up.
like doing that too. We'll save that. That's how we want to do it. Can we finish it? I got the points in my hand. Can I play them? Well, if he's watching my stream, he knows now, but whatever. I know they'll throw a provoke or something out there. Finish it with a vortex. That's how we do it. Can we get the cards and keep playing tight?
Down comes the monkey. Trades with that Hydrofang. And then the Pandorable comes and life blooms that Ugachief. Arctopol can attack for 4, and a Blessed Pegasi, or a Blessed Arctopol could attack for 7, dropping that Ugachief to 5. That would be able to trade with a double attack from the Pegasi and the Arctopol. There is a slight delay on the screen for Zach. Finally, and we're seeing a very even match right now. Dozen drawing the card first with the Glaciador, attacking for 1, and here we have a follow-up Arctopol. It is going to hopefully kill a Pandorable at least. I think killing the Pandorable a little bit better than the 4 damage you might get otherwise, but it looks like he opts to deal the damage direct to the face, and I can understand that also. But of course it does die to that Glaciador's crackback, and here we have a Pandorable that life blooms itself. That Lumi again still frozen. Here comes the Glaciador, life bloomed by Pandorable, and we are seeing a full-out attack. Dozen rushing the face. Now there is a slight chance here. Looks like Pandorable attacks the opposing Pandorable. And we see a Tree Guard come down. Again, very difficult to deal with on a 1-for-1. That Pandorable, or that Enchi attacks the Tree Guard. Pandorable able to clean up the other Tree Guard. The other Pandorable. The Tree Guard will be able to crack back for 7, but again, you're kind of in that place where this is the best outcome that you could hope for. You're able to get the Tree Guard off the battlefield with a double attack. But if Flammy cleans it up and attack for 3, dropping Zach to 9. He's on the back ropes here. Attacks the Enchi, passes back. Flammy will at least be able to attack for 3, and that's it, because the Uga is the other 6. So it's over, and it looks like Dozen going to win game 1. We are going to return to game action from Kano and the Coom Lord as Zach and Dozen prepare for game 3. And it looks like Nicholas just loses in that game.
That's the feel of it. Commander. Spells it differently. Yeah. Oh, I think he spells it Coom. Los Metroles. Rubber match. Let's go.
All right, so we hear it there from Nicholas. They are going to the rubber match between Kano and the Coom Lord.
No, he's not taking stuff.
Player has joined the
Ooh, look at that. It said something. And I wasn't even on the screen. That's awesome. How it should be. That is sweet. Yep, this new layout is awesome. Okay.
All right, we're watching the Coom Lord on the play, dropping a Pandorable turn 1. Actually, I'm sorry, Nicholas on the play. Passed on turn 1,
Take my 4 points.
but takes his attack with a monk there.
Way back if you want. I know he's got those fires, so I don't want to put too many out there at once. Just get behind. Chasing it on.
Out comes the Leafy. Monk now looking down on 3. Attack for 4.
Fire. Worth it. Wait for me to throw more out there. I think I will.
You're following Kano on the bottom of the screen, playing against the Coom Lord, also known as the Lord himself. And we see an attack with Leafy. Flammy comes down. It was able to get rid of that Mecha Fly, but the monkey sticks around, and a redeployed Pandorable pass. Monkey now looking down at 4 mana. What are we going to see? Arctopole is the option here, and then a monkey attack for 4, a paw attack for 4, and the Lord down to 44. Pass back, we see the Flammy
For the Flammy, I mean.
could trade with one of these monkeys
Adorable.
or one of these 4/3s. The Solar Moo comes out and blesses the Leafy. Very strong play from the Lord. And we see an attack for 1, and the Flammy cleaning up the Arctopole. A solid turn. Back to Nicholas. On 5, looking at that Thunder Kang, but instead opting for the Hydro Fang, the Fangarang as he likes to call it, and that Pandorable. Importantly, Nicholas with that
Cutie. Adorable.
tournament version of the Pandorable, just absolutely beautiful card. Yeah,
Tournament, the first tournament.
very coveted event, very coveted tournament skin, a format staple. We see a big attack from the Lord and a pass back after a Glaciador that freezes that Hydrofang. Now the Pandorable looking around. What can it do? How can Nicholas jump ahead here?
Really?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Champions TCG live weekend open series coverage. The Thunder King comes down. It does get rid of that Glaciador, and we are going to see an attack from the Pandorable for 1 and pass back.
He's gonna upgrade one of those blooms at some point.
The Thunder King
Not that one.
trades with those double attacks from the Pandorable and the Leafy, and then we see the Draco Furno come
Get those
down
first, just to
and an attack.
just so my other ones would take more hit points, or would it be better to hit them first and then see what he does? Why not?
I agree with the thought process of Nicholas here. I would have played Draco Furno before attacking. Okay.
Oh, I don't have. Oh, you fool! Jeepers Christ! How many rookie mistakes can a guy make?
And Nicholas getting angry that he forgot the Hydrofang, I believe, is still frozen. So he was thinking about changing the power and toughness, the Psybeam ability with Boo Boo, then attacking with Hydrofang. But we're seeing him instead opting to attack with the Pegasi, but now it sort of puts him in a place where now his whole turn was to do that. And it
Then I can play these two together.
Nicholas doing what a lot of smart players do. They're planning out their next turn while they're waiting.
All good.
We see an attack from the monkey and an attack with the Blessed Leafy and Draco Furno, and then we see a Life Bloom on that Draco Furno. So, and another Life Bloom on that monkey. So, Kumlar down to 1 card in hand, but he does have a formidable army on the board right now. We are seeing just a Boo Boo for Kano, but for those who have watched Kano, they know that he is a crafty player and he has the ability to turn around. Tentacutie looking extremely cutie. It is deployed. We see the Divinifly come down for 6 and bless the Tentacutie. And the best it can do is just an attack at the Leafy. The Boo Boo attacking for 1.
16 points with 26 left.
And now we see,
Ideal.
yeah, an attack on board for 16 would drop
Those in your hand.
Kano to 10.
Lunchies of the monkey.
Next turn, the Divinifly can kill that monkey.
So you definitely don't lose it, so get that free play.
I would have liked to have seen the blessed ability on the Boo Boo. That way you could at least eat an Enchi, but hindsight is often 20/20, especially
Yeah,
when you've seen what your game action your opponent is going to do.
not gonna happen.
This is a tough position for Kano to be in here.
Good game.
He passes back, and we're seeing him concede. That is going to be a lethal attack from the Coom Lord. And now, while we are waiting for... That was game 3. So we are seeing... I'm jumping you back into the live coverage for Zach versus Dozen. Let's take a look at where this action is going. It looks like maybe Zach might have concluded his stream right there, so we'll tune back in and see what is going on with that. And in the meantime, I believe this is round 3, so we should have some results from round 3. Again, my name is Brett Banfi. Thank you for being with us on your Saturday. This is Champions TCG Weekend Open Series coverage, and I'm so happy that you're with us. We're going to bring you the conclusion of today's events, as well as the cut to top 8 and who will be playing for the $500 in prize pool support tomorrow as we bring you the second day of coverage. And until then, we'll be right back. Please check out our live, our match coverage from Justin Blends in the meantime.
In the previous match.
We'll see you in a few minutes.
So I don't necessarily expect things to go so well. At least the Kraken, I'm sorry, I forget the name. Krakaroth? Anyway, he won't be coming out for a little while. He might take up my monkey though with this one. Or if he's confident, he may just go for this full 6 damage. Divinifly is not... It's just never nice to see this character come out unless it's on your side. Oh, he gave you the 6, right? You had to do it. You had to do it. All right, Duri, are you coming out to save the day? Or are we gonna bring the Blizzard out? Let's freeze this guy for a moment. Give us some time. Bide our time. We can take this guy out with the Peba. And we could double up and take him out with this. This and this, and unfortunately this, and then this. Whew. Guys, this is gonna be a grind. It's gonna be a grind. So I've got to move my assets from one chain to the next. Krakapus. Oh my gosh. That's a big card. 5 mana only. It's a pretty heavy card. So what we're going to do is he's going to deal 7 damage. So do I have a heal? I don't have a heal. I wonder if I should hold that freeze for somebody else and take him out. Should I take him out? Guys, I don't know. This is tough. Really tough. Really tough. This is so hard. I don't want to bring up Pegasol so early. It's like my last big card, you know? Could I stand to take 7 more damage? Am I trading the Wakey Bear, really? Okay, so no, I'm not trading the Wakey Bear. I'm gonna go for that damage right there. And I'm going to, let me see, Divinifly. I froze Divinifly. what, 1 turn ago or 2 turns ago? Let me see. Who should I freeze, guys? Divine Fly. Let's do it. And we'll drop that Dury as well. Oh, I tried to drop the Dury. Couldn't play the Dury. That was a pretty big one. Let's see what he's gonna do though. The Crackopus he might take out. Oh, he didn't. Oh, the Crackopus is. Okay, so we've got a chance here. So we've got 4 healing health right here. Let's do that. Let's do this right here. And I'm gonna trade this right there. I'm just gonna do what I have to do. And I pull out the Dury. I could pull out the Pegasaur right now and go for some damage. But it's my last card. I'm gonna hold it. It's my last card. I don't know if I should pull it out or if I should wait till later. I'm gonna wait till later because I want him to play something that he really, really wants. Of course, he's gonna take out my Boo. Sorry, his Boo is gonna take out my Glaciador. But that'll leave his whole. This is tough. I'm not gonna play my last card. It's just not my. It's not my way. I don't like playing the last card, even if it's just an egg or something. I just prefer not to play it. But his Fanbu is surely gonna take out my Glaciador, the ice. I wanted to take out my Pegasaur to take out the Fanbu, but I don't want my Pegasaur taking any damage. She frozen. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. Right, of course. Oh, he did like that. I wasn't expecting that one. Okay, so he's frozen. Should I come up with hits right now? Bring out the Roglet, the Rogorser, and I'm gonna go for some damage right now. I'm gonna go for some more damage right now, and I'm gonna be patient. Be super patient. Whew. Okay, well, it's essentially what I expected, right? Now, he could take out my Glaciador, even though I'll be frozen for 1 more turn with a Glaciador. That's exactly why I didn't bring out my Pegasaur. Because I was waiting for that guy to come out. So I can drop him with something. He's frozen still, my gosh. If I drop it, I'll give him 4 damage. I can't afford to take 9 damage right now. So I gotta do this. And then I will, I think he's got... He's gonna take me out with his Treadler. A Treadier, sorry. He's gonna take out my Lumi. So I'm going to wait and see what he does with the Glaciador. I'm gonna take the chance and wait. Maybe not the best move, but maybe I'll get an Earthquake and I could drop that Earthquake to take out the Fanbu and hopefully he can't play anything. We'll see. My gosh. Sweaty matches. Mm. Yeah, just pecking at each other bit by bit, you know. Okay, so oh, this is tough, man. I have no choice but to attack the Cactalord, so I'm going to do this to this guy. I'm gonna take out the Cactalord, and then I'm gonna save this Joy Fate. Like what? Like seriously, is like 1 damage. Not that it can't do anything, but you know what? I'll do it because I may be able to take out the Fambu next turn. Yeah, that's the best I've got, guys. So I've still got 1 Blizzard. I've still got 2 Whirlwinds. I've still got 1 more Rush. I've still got 2 Earthquakes, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I played any yet. 2 Earthquakes, which is not so good for me. I've got a Vortex as well, I think. And you know, based on the cards, I think I mean I definitely did my best. I think I did all that I can do to mitigate damage by taking out his bigger cards early. I used Whirlwind, I think, or froze 1, froze another. I blessed and buffed 1 to take out another one of these, the Cactalord. So we'll see. Yeah, like I really dislike being down at the bottom, having no cards. So let's do that. Let's do this. And I'm going to go for the 4 damage and hope that I could find another way out. I just hope. I hope.
I am your tournament organizer and your host here at Champions TCG. Champions TCG is a digital trading card game. You can play on championstcg.com as well as join the discord.gg/championstcg and get started. The product is a pre-alpha right now, and a alpha set is being launched on September 21st. So give us your feedback about that when that's ready. Available by credit card on the Champions TCG website. We are tuning into Game 1, Round 4. Zach vying for a top 8 spot here. One of the unique things about Champions TCG, they are doing some special tournament edition skins for players who make it to the top 8 of Day 2 Weekend Open Series coverage. And the cards that are being given for the top 8 finishers, they are being sold right now roughly around $100 each, so it's not insignificant to be able to make the top 8 of this event. It can mean a fairly nice prize for you at the end. We see a pass back, and now Lyrics has the Panthu on the battlefield with 6 attack and 2 health, I believe. It was damaged in an Inferno on a previous turn. The Rogorser comes down, eats up that Tretier, and now the question, a follow-up Inferno gets rid of the Flammerai and a pass back from Lyrics. Zach looking at his hand, he has a Arctofang, Enchi, Uga Chief, and an Enpaw. He has the full 10 mana, so he could play an Enpaw and an Uga Chief, or an Enpaw and an Arctic King. Looks like he opts for that. He opts for that Arctofang. Makes sense. He freezes the Rogorser and then passes back. Flammerdies comes down. It gets rid of those cards, the Arctofang and the Enchi. And the Rogorser, of course, frozen. So we see an attack for 12 from Lyrics. Dropping Zach to 28. Followed up by an Enchi with a Life Bloom on the Dracoferno. Uga Chief comes down, then the Enpaw comes down. We see a Life Bloom there. And now the question, what do you want to go after? You don't want to choose the Rogorser because it is frozen for one more turn, so it just goes after the Flammerdies. And we see a pass back. Zach vying to get into that top 8 in round 4 of 5 today for day 1 of the Weekend Open Series coverage. We see an attack from the Panthu. The Enpaw having to trade with that Rogorser. Life Bloom with the Pandorable on the Monkey. Arctic King has frozen the Uga Chief, so that is it. And a pass back. And it looks like a series of attacks, and Zach loses game 1. While we are waiting for them to switch you over to game 2, let's take a look at what Nicholas is doing in his battle against Calhas. Tuning in.
So it wasn't making moves. Going, oh yeah, whoops. Oh, I just upgraded that person and he's frozen. Oh, whoops. This thing is gonna just end games. It really can.
Calhas made it all the way to the finals, I believe, in the most previous tournament. We look and see that Kano does have a Thunder Kang in hand, but he is facing a very fierce battlefield from his opponent, Calhas. That Mechadrone, extremely difficult to deal with as a 11 HP. He does have to double attack it, but finally able to kill it. Forces his Grimblade to go all the way down
Work for it.
to 6 HP. Gua S has the Bless ability, is able to bless the Tentacutie, ever so cute. Attacks that Grimblade down to lethal.
Good morning.
Looking at the L-Leaf against the Leafy, the Terracap, and the Gua S.
Now what's he?
Calhas at 45. Kano at 51. The Glaciador comes down, freezes the Ela Leaf. But if you're Nicholas, you're not too sad about that because that is a low impact card that is getting frozen there. Could have been much worse, like if that Thunder Kang, for example, had been frozen. We are tuning in live for the $500 Weekend Open Series. Every single weekend, there's a free to enter $500 prize pool event, 2-day event. We are currently using Generation 1 cards, but don't forget Generation 2 cards will be coming out September 21st. Available via credit card on Hand Cash, so make sure you sign up for Hand Cash to be eligible to get some of those cards. And we will, of course, be supporting them with our tournament formats. So there will be plenty of Gen 2 only tournament events, both free to play, of course. The
Upgrade.
Gua S swinging in at that frozen Ela Leaf. Calhas playing the very conservative approach here.
Okay. Whatever you say.
And we see the pass back. Now, Nicholas at the full 10 mana. He does have that Thunder Kang in hand. We've seen that. Also has that Leafy and the Crabubba. He's going to start with the Tretier. Tretier is 4 mana. That mana symbol is in the top right in that blue circle. In that top right blue circle, and then we see the Crabubba after a Leafy gives a Life Bloom ability to that Tretier, raising its HP from 6 to 10. The Eaglon is able to eat up that Leafy. A very strong play. A lot of people avoid those plays, but I think those are key to playing winning tournament champions TCG.
I guess, but it just means like if you're gonna play it, you don't always have to throw a card off, but yeah. Yeah, maybe.
We see another attack from the Gua S. Dropping that Tretier down from 10 to 6. And then the Beak comes down. The Beak importantly evolves. First of all, it's a 1 mana and it's a 2/2. So those are pretty good stats. But it does evolve into the Glaciador. So if you can evolve that, you can draw a card and create a Blizzard effect, which is extremely important in these tempo matchups. The Pandorable looking at. Also the Ela Leaf, importantly, able to attack this turn. Down comes the Crabubba again. It was returned from the Griffeon. And we see an attack with the Tretier. It looks like it's going to go towards that Enchi. I like that play. You don't want to attack that Griffeon because it is at the important 5 HP. So pass back. Now we're seeing Calhas with 2 cards in hand, and there we see Sandstalker. He has that in his hand, but he decides that he wants to save that as a sneak attack.
5, 6, not enough to take out my.
Club Griffeon going after the Tretier.
In your hand, worth playing. That looks like it's worth playing. Alright, they're all out there. Cards are on the table. It's a good time for Mr. Panther. Will provoke. Got some hit points out there. They add up. 3s and 2s and 4s and 1s. That 10 right there. 16.
Importantly, Nicholas counting up the attack value on his opponent's board. It does look like a lot of low value creatures, but like he's saying, they do add up. Important when dealing with strategic play in a game like this, you never want to take your opponent's cards for granted or underestimate them. Important to do that math, calculate what is the race odds, how are you positioned in that battle. He sees that his opponent does have 17 attack value on board to his 6, so he's going to want to even those odds. He has that very important card in his deck, the Sandstalker. Of course, this is a ranked play match, so that is a Sandstalker that Kano does own. Not many people have that card. It is extremely rare. Very powerful. Takes out the Solid Ice with the provoke ability, must be attacked first. Then we see Panthu coming down and opting not to get the Griffeon. Instead, he's questioning his own decision making there. The Monkey trades with the Panthu, then the Griffeon trades with the Sandstalker, and we see an attack for 10. I think he would have rathered gotten rid of that Griffeon. Looking back in hindsight, we see a Vortex, and now the Arctic King coming down. It is a massive 8/8, the biggest thing on the battlefield, and freezes with a Glacier ability. That Doom Mush.
Couple noobs. Gotta think it out.
Just checking that this is in fact game 1 from Nicholas.
Like me. Or sorry, Haruki. Calhas. Sorry, Haruki, didn't mean to put you on. Nonetheless. And even you, Calhas. Didn't mean to put you in the there. Total noob. See what I mean?
Wondering, and he does pass back.
Every 3 seconds after my turn is done. Or even once I can't play anymore, just to hit play.
And a pass back now that Doommush was frozen. The Elaleaf a 2/6. Crababa on the battlefield. We see an 8/8, a very powerful 8/8. It looks like he's just racing now, and that is the correct play in my opinion. He has Arctic King on the battlefield as a lethal attacker, and the combination of Arctifang and the Crababa also lethal.
Can you do it?
And
Can
we're
you not?
also
I love
Calhas down to 1 card in hand. 2 of his cards are frozen. Just that Elaleaf has the ability to attack, so he has a very difficult road. The Elaleaf can kill the Crababa, but that's it, and that is a lethal attack from an Arctic King, and we see a very strong game 1 finish from Nicholas with the GGs in the chat, and we are going to jump you back over to Zach, seeing where we are catching you up with the tournament coverage of round 4. As Zach and Lyrics battle it out. Zach looking very strong on board here with a Fox Assassin, a Pegasol in hand, just returned via that Mechafly, and the Pandora Bowl. Lyrics down to 34, so Zach has gotten some initial attacks in to begin this match. Oh, but we see a very strong Scorchwing come down, and then a Cactosaurus. We know the Pegasol is still in hand. Here comes his own Scorchwing. Makes quick work of that Cactosaurus, but leaves the Mechafly hanging around. Does he want to double Inferno? It looks like no. He's opting instead for that Tretier. And we see a pass back now from Zach. Blessing from the Fondra enables that Mechafly to deal with the Tretier 1-for-1. That is important because those guard cards are very hard to get rid of. A reminder that you are tuning in to Weekend Open tournament coverage for Champions TCG. My name is Brett Banfi. I am your host. You are watching the Generation 1 series And we have Generation 2 coming out September 21st, available through Handcash via credit card. Get yourself a Handcash, handcash.io. Open your account, get your credit cards ready. That second generation is going to go very fast. Very fast. We will be bringing you live tournament coverage. We have $50 daily events, and we have $500 weekend events. A follow-up Tretier and a Pegasol comes down, and Lyrics down to 23. That Tretier is immune to that Inferno from the Scorchwing, so we see it instead hit that Pegasol and dropping a Rabotron, a very powerful mythic with the guard ability, bigger than the Tretier, and it can survive an attack from the Pegasol, but it looks like Zach may not need to kill that Rabotron, as he is able to just go for the throat with an attack on Lyrics. It won't be a lethal attack, so he's doing the math right now. Flammy, with the Inferno ability, is not going to be able to deal any damage to that Rabotron. So, considering all options, I like the Gua S. I like it a lot. It looks like he chose the Tretier. He has a slight delay in his battlefields registry. Then we see an attack from the Pegasol. Tretier has the Bless ability. Looks like it will get in an attack for 7, dropping Lyrics to 9. And he is going to go for the Flammy, and it miraculously survives. Down comes the Nordy. Rabotron's going to eat the Pegasol, but that is lethal with the attack on the Nordy, opening the door, and we see the victory for Zach. And while they get prepared for their next match, we'll tune you back into Kano's coverage. We are watching round 4 of the Champions TCG Open Series event. This is a $500 free-to-play event. It is a 2-day event where players vie to enter day 2, where they will potentially play for those $500 in prizes, as well as the coveted tournament edition skins of the very powerful cards from the Generation 1 set. Only 40,000 cards in existence. They sold out in a matter of hours. The second set will be coming out September 21st on Handcash via credit card, so be sure to have that ready. Thunder Kang comes down, attacks the monkey, and cleans it up.
You didn't kick my Thunder King back last time. I don't think he wants to this time. Take it out. For Enchi. These high cards. And more combos. 31, you haven't played nothing yet. 2 Artipods. Wow. Oh, I'll slow him down for 3 points. Not over yet, but man, I'm getting hard up. What was that? 3, 6. Yeah, it's 6, so we had 7. which means I can play one card unless I get a decent one coming up next. See? He's worried about heavy hitters. You're sitting at 8 men and you just threw 4 dudes out. I've got one at 6. What am I supposed to do against that? You know what I mean? Hear me out. There's nothing I can do. I don't have a provoke. There's nothing. And look at all the cards I have. Brutal. But I'm not giving up without a fight. Not much of a fight here. Take some vortex. Good game. Well, my mythics just got kicked off by all your mids. Sorry, mythics. I mean, they're good cards, but they gotta be played right. Yeah, you got the mythic. Yeah, whatever. Throw an angel out there. You can't throw anything else with it, and someone just does what Calhas did to me. So, like I was saying yesterday, you can do 3 mana 5/8 with Hydrofang and a Leafy. You can do an Uga for 4 mana if you do 2 monkeys. There's ways around it. You've got, but one thing I like about the I can't remember the name of it, but the Arctic King, the very first one. I'll remember here soon because it's going to pull in my hand. Oh my goodness, I'm playing Calhas. Yes, I am. Another rubber match. Right on. Yeah, it's a 4/3. It's a 3 mana, but I mean, it's a nice counter for like a lot of cards out there that are sitting with
A player
4
has
defense.
joined the table. Your game has started.
And it's a rush, so you can come in and just knock it out. 4 hit. How many 4 hits have more points on the other side? Love me the vortex. Haven't lost a card. Haven't even made a move. He's at 54. 1 2 mana card. Played twice. He doesn't play nothing here. I have a feeling he's got... Yeah, okay. Can't remember, but I think I saw him with a Doom Mush, and I don't need him throwing one of those out there for free with a Griffin with 5 defense on it already. Bring it up to 9. Or you're sitting with a, 6/9 Doom Mush. Hand 3, 4. Arctopaw, that's the name. fire at one card. No, two, I guess, but there's those mechas. I don't love it using the Pandorable there, but I feel like I got it. It's a rush card, so as soon as I put it back out, you're getting smacked anyway, but don't forget to play defense. He throws a Mechadron on that, kicks out one of those two, and still gets to put 2 cards down. I don't think I would like that. It would make it tough. Get these all high cards. How do we want to do it? I'll let you pick who you want to lose to that. Maybe you don't want to lose anybody. Maybe you just go hit me. You got 8 to my 6, and you still got to play, so. You've got, what, 15, 18 to clear yet? That's a what, 3? 3 more points. What will it be? Scorchwing coming in doing that much damage. These things are deadly. They gotta get nerfed. round 4. I haven't won a round yet. Only 2 games out of not 6, 8 games. What's he saying? Yeah, true. Very true. He's got 15 points in his hand to hit me with. Ooh. Those things are just so heavy. Bang, 8. Okay, still got something else that I just gotta move it. Fuck, I'm getting wrecked again. Alright. Alright, see, you don't need those friggin' mythics. I got stuck with mythics in my hand again against you, and there you go. Got wrecked. Gotta love it. What are we going to do here? What can we do? Nothing. You guys frozen? 22. Where do I stop 22 points? Stop 6. Still at 16. Yeah, I gotta leave that in my hand. Oh, I didn't even see that one. Oh, I counted that one. Yeah. 10, 16. You had 22. You need 6 points in your hand. Come on. You gotta have it. I don't have enough cards to take those cards out in time. Yeah, all you had to do was bring that out. No, wait. No, not quite. Not quite. Correct. 6 and 6. Look at that. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad I have mythics. I'd be much better with a couple loomies. A couple monkeys. 12, eh? You got 8. What can I take out? I can take out your 6. That's it. That's all I can do. You got it. Good game. 4 rounds. 0. F word. Oh, man. Not enough defense. Too many high cards. And you know what? From what I've learned in the first few weeks, you get attached to these cards. All of a sudden, I minted these, right? So, oh, there's that one. I love that one. That's my big one. That's one's gonna be in my hand. Well, if it doesn't work with your hand, it doesn't fit in to your strategy, to what you're playing, then get it out. And I know which cards in my deck I needed to move out that don't really fit. I mean, sure, they work here and there, and they're heavy hitters, and blah, blah, blah. But if you're playing a certain setup, guard, bloom, blast, your whirlwind, earthquake, whatever it may be, What would I need a Crackerpuss in there if I had?
I don't know if the player's having issues though. He mentioned that he's having issues with his mouse. So he didn't attack the last turn, right? So honestly, guys, that could be the issue. And to me, I never really like winning when somebody's got issues with their system. Like that's I mean, it's part of the game. Like I lost games and I had issues last tournament. Just, you know, just literally the last tournament we had, I couldn't attack at least one turn. No guarantees that I lost because of that one turn, but it could have changed things a little bit. You know, just like a reasonably good hand or a weak draw could be the difference of winning and losing. Yeah, I'm really wondering if he's got issues. As you see, guys, he isn't attacked yet, but I'm checking the chats. Oh no. Oh no. He says he has to forfeit the match. I don't know what to do. He says he can't attack or something like that. He's got to restart his machine. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work. Okay, well, apparently he's got an issue and he forfeit the match. So I'll take the win, guys. I'm going to take the win. He forfeit for now for whatever reason. He's got some issues. Wow. I'll take the W as I can get it. Yeah, it's a close match. It was really, really close. Super close. Yeah, it looks like he's forfeiting. I mean, I'll take the W. We'll see how it goes. I'm backing out. The match has been forfeited. Yeah, so somebody's talking about Earthquake in the deck, and yes, I didn't get my Earthquake, but definitely her Earthquake would be... Yeah, Earthquake would be really, really, really good. Okay, so... Okay. Okay, so he volunteered. He volunteered. Yeah, he volunteered to forfeit. He's having issues. I'll take it, guys. Like tournament play, as they say, if you pretty much take a win when you can. Somebody's got issues, they can't play the match, they have to leave. Family problems, you name it. They're late, everything. And sometimes you just take a win when you can. Yeah. All right. Well, we are. Let's see if there's a ranked match for myself. Not yet. I'll wait for them to give the word, and then I'll join. Otherwise, hope you guys are doing all right today. Hope you're doing well. It is a Friday. TGIF. Let me make sure I've got that actually set up. TGIF. Guys, that match was just way too long. I'm gonna be honest, man. Like that match was hard and long. TGIF. Okay, we're gonna go to, let's see.
Just gonna mecha you out of here. Yeah, I don't have a lot of defense in my deck after playing, oh my god, Kalhas. Why do I get Haruki and Kalhas always mixed up? Six letter name? Maybe that's it. Well, you came to play.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is our round 5 coverage for day 1 of our Champions TCG
What
Weekend
can I do against that?
Open Series. We are tuning in to follow the game action of Kano on the bottom of the screen, who is playing against Brodnik.
Shoot, Brodnik. I said come at me, so I mean, hey. Take it.
My name is Brett Banfi. Champions TCG is a fun new digital trading card game where you can compete for daily prizes, $50 daily prizes,
Yeah, you've seen them. What's up with this?
$500 weekend tournaments as well.
Got the boo-boo. That's it. The low one.
All cards being used right now are part of our Generation 1 launch,
No,
and
no.
Generation 2 is coming out September 21st on hand cash. Make sure you get yourself a hand cash,
Oh, man.
and that will be available via credit and debit cards. So
16 points to clear.
September 21st.
Against 22 coming at me. Nothing on the board. 38. Okay. My first 6. Hand 6. Oh, I hope he's premature Kuman right now. Getting ahead of it. Got some decent combos coming up. Oh no. I'm not gonna. Wishful thinking, sir. Doesn't get you nowhere here. Real. I'm done. I might as well hit the button. For real. I got nothing. I can throw up these two dudes. Let's see. That one. Get rid of that one. You've got 20 points.
All right, we see an extremely aggressive
Well, let's get
attack.
this over with, because holy cow. 5-round loss. You suck. Holy shart. See what I mean? I'm a noob. I'm getting wrecked. It's crazy. You're never going to get a chance. Like, once there's 100,000 people playing this game, even 1,000, 100 people playing this game, I'm going to be so far from being able to learn from guys who play that good that I'll have to watch them. But playing against them is just so much more. It hurts more, so you learn more. Brodnika. Oh man, okay, let's at least win one, because that was crazy. Hopefully that was just a draw,
Join the table. Your
deal.
game has started.
but I don't think.
All right, and as Nicholas and Brodnik get ready for game 2, we are tuning into game 1 between Zach and the Coom Lord, the Lord himself. Lord on the play. See a pass and then the Pandora Bowl with the Life Bloom. for Zach on turn 1. Turn 2 is a monkey. That's what you want to fear the Lord. Hydrofang comes down with the Vortex ability and attack for 1 again. Now we see a difficult decision here. The Lord able to get that Hydrofang off the battlefield, but followed up with an Arctopaw, and Zach attacks back. Eaglon comes down, and there is the Tretier. A very difficult card to deal with the guard ability. Double attack, drops Zach to 40, an attack from the Rogorser, but then Flammy comes down, gets rid of that Rogorser, and now with 3 mana, plays a monkey, removes that Eaglon. Tretier attacks for 4 after a Pandorable Bloom, and then we see a pass back. Down comes Flammagwakin, and we see a attack, and that's it, just the Flammagwakin. So now at 6 mana, Flammy only able to get rid of that Pandorable, so not the best Flammagwakin, but it does trade with the Monk on the crackback. And now we see likely an attack for 4 with Tretier after a Bloom. So the Bloom brings the Tretier up to 10 for his HP. The Lord, I believe, on 7 right now. A lot of times on 7, those 5 and 2s are really valuable. You play a 5 mana card and a 2 mana card. But oftentimes without that perfect ratio, you're just able to do a 6 mana. But it looks like he plays a Glaciodor, freezes the end paw. Of course, the Tretier unable to be frozen, being with guard. And the monkey, attack for 4. But down comes Scorchwing. It does Inferno away that Glaciodor. Leaves the monkey, but himself survives. Pandorable with the Bloom again on the Tretier. That Tretier sticking around, very difficult to deal with. Just an attack from the Lord for 8. Lumi comes down. It will bless that Endpaw. That should be able to trade with the Chief. But I believe it is frozen. Maybe he forgot that. So sometimes it's very easy to forget, but they will glow blue if they can attack. So you see now an attack from the Pegasaur because that Empal was frozen. Cleanup work from the Pandorable. An attack for 8 with the Wing and the Tretier. And the Lord on 8 mana at 39 plays the Enchi. Enchi with a Blessing. Attacks for 8. Drops Zach to 20. And now Zach with his own Chief. You see the Kumlor just rushing the face right now. Arctic King freezing with the Glacier. Pegasus able to get rid of the Solar Moo, and then a big attack back, dropping the Lord all the way to 19. Now with a frozen Pegasi, the Lord with 4 cards in hand, facing an Uga Chief in hand. We see a Flammy come down. It just deals with that Lumi, leaving the end Paul out. A little bit unlucky with the Infernos right now. An Arctic King comes down with his own Glacier, but this should be a lethal attack. No, it's not. Excuse me. Yes, it is with the Chief in hand. And that is, I believe, game 1. We are going to flip you over, if we can, to game... looks like maybe Nicholas might have lost in game 2. I'm not sure. But for right now, we're going to stick with Zach.
A player has joined the table. Your game has started.
Zach beginning, after winning game 1, beginning game 2 against the Lord himself. Again, my name is Brett Banff. You're tuned in to weekend Open Series coverage for tournaments Champions TCG, and we are bringing you the $500 free to enter weekend event. It is a 2-day event. We see 5 rounds of Swiss on day 1, Saturday. Thank you for being with us today. And we see day 2, our top 8 coverage, a best of 5 single elimination reseeded bracket for the $500 in tournament prizes. These cards, this is a ranked mode format for this game today, which means that players do own the cards they are playing with. We have both free and ranked events. And as well, we do see our September 21st Generation 2 launch of the new set with 18 new abilities. Very, very exciting new abilities. I've seen a few in spoilers. We've seen some of the card artwork. One of our tournament players, Palodora, mentioning that it seems like this next set is very focused on a dark spirit world. So I'd be really interested to see if that is expressed through the lore of the set. Generation 2 with some graveyard mechanics, some death mechanics. Very interesting stuff. September 21st on Handcash, so make sure you have the Handcash. It is handcash.io / that's it. Handcash.io with a / don't forget that last little part. For any of us that are out there that are OCD. But in all seriousness, yes, that is live September 21st and available for using debit and credit cards. So make sure you're getting your Handcash and getting ready for that launch. Those cards will go very quickly. Generation 2 introducing 18 new mechanics. We see the bloom on the Lumino. And then Eaglon coming down. That's a perfect Eaglon right there. Absolutely can be backbreaking when you have those. And the Lord just going full out, attacking the face, leaving that Pandorable out there, and passing back with 6. We see that Zach does have an Uga Chief in hand and a Pegasus. So those are 2 really powerful cards that can come down. Again, these are all Generation 1 cards. That second generation coming out September 21st. Very excited for that. Arctopol attacking that Eaglon, getting it off the battlefield, and then an attack from the Pandorable. Just at the Leafy, dropping it to a 1/2. That Leafy able to trade with the Arctopol, getting an attack in for 13, dropping Zach to 18. With a follow-up Rogorser, he drops Zach to 10. And we may be going to game 2 here. The Chief, or the Lord at 56. There is an Uga Chief out there, but I don't think it's enough. No matter who you attack, there is lethal on board with the Crackback. And we are going to see a Game 3, the rubber match between the Lord himself and Zach BTC. Let's go. We are going to Game 3. Shout out to Nicholas. I see who just joined us, Kano. Thank you for all your streaming, all your coverage, all your support for Champions TCG. We are live right now on YouTube, on X.com, and on Twitch. Just a quick announcement as well. We will be live at TwitchCon in Las Vegas, October 20th. We are heading out there
Player has
to meet
joined
all
the
of the
game.
wonderful streamers.
Your game has started.
Get some more coverage on this great game. ChampionsTCG.com. I'm Brett Banfi here with you, bringing you round 5 coverage, rubber match between the Lord himself and Zach. The Lord dropping that Pandora Ball on turn 1. Followed up by a turn 2 Lumi from Zach. And what will we see here? Will we see an Eagle on? Could be a valuable play. Just a pass back. And now on 3, we see that powerful Gua S. We see the Arctopol opting to get rid of that Pandora Ball while the coast is clear. And an attack for 4. I like this play by Zach. The Lord himself dropping a Leafy on turn 3. A little bit of a slow start. When your opponent has a slow start like that, you know that that means they have gas in their hand. So those later turns are going to be fast and furious. Important to do as much board maintenance as you can in this first early turns while they're being hamstrung. See 18 attack power on the board for Zach. Glaciador comes down on 4, freezes the Lumi, and a pass back. That Glaciador does represent a pretty clean kill on that Gua S, so question about whether you want to take it down. It looks like he does. That Rogorser comes down, gets an attack in for 12, and pass back. Now the Lord, I believe, on 5 this turn. That Lumi will be frozen next turn as well. We'll see the Monkey come down. The Monkey is bloomed and will survive the attack from the Gua S. As well, that Monkey and Pandora Ball can trade next turn with the Ragorser. But with 6, looks like Tretier coming down, followed by an Enchi that will likely bloom the guard card. And then we see the Rogorser clean up that Monkey. So again, that Pandora Ball able to trade with the Rogorser, but still this Tretier, 10 health, so hard to deal with no Eaglon being able to take care of it. No Infernos can get rid of it. That Tretier, you need to man up to it, try to attack it the old-fashioned way. Arctic King, I like this play. It does come down and freeze that Lumi again. We're seeing a Pegasaur. We may see a double trade here. The Pegasaur with an attack for 7, trading off with the Enchi. And now a Pandora Ball blooming the Pegasaur back to 5. An attack for 4 from Tretier. 6 mana, I believe. This is Coom Lord's turn 7. So it's interesting to see, will he drop a 5 mana and a 2 mana? Will he try to go just a 6 or a 6 and a 1? And sometimes you know that he has gas in his hand. He just drops a 5 mana spell, so losing that 2 mana advantage right there, that can come back to really bite you when you get those cards stuck in your hand with the high mana values. You want to be able to deploy those as quickly as possible. Pegasi, a very clean answer to the Rogorser. With 4 mana left, we're seeing could go Enchi and Monkey. And then I like the Enchi. I would have bloomed the Tretier right there just to keep it around, because that Eaglon, that that Pegasol is susceptible to things like Inferno and Whirlwinds, etc. But we're seeing the pass back. That Mechafly comes down exactly as I was worried about there. Does bring the Whirlwind that blows back the Pegasol. Rogors are coming down again. Unfortunately, out of the range of dealing with that Tretier, but maybe can take 2 turns to get rid of it. Opting not. Lumi back out of the glacier, has fully thawed, ready to get busy in the red zone here. We're seeing 12 on the board for Zach. Looks like Zach playing conservative with just an attack on the Mechafly and then an attack for 6. So could have actually killed him with a monkey right there. No, maybe he was 1 mana short. But opting for the conservative approach, and you know what? It's probably going to work because you're looking at 4 lethal attackers there. Nordy gets rid of that Pegasi, but it's over. Good game, and I think that was the rubber match, so we're going to see Zach earn the victory there. Let's check in with what our tournament coverage looks like right now. Going into this last round, round 5, we see that Dozen remaining undefeated. If you've played against Dozen, you understand why. That is not only a fierce competitor, an excellent player with just the game mechanics and the play decisions, but also with an extremely strong deck. Just for a reminder for everyone, we are playing with these Generation 1 cards, and they are in very, very limited supply. So a lot of these players are just playing with what they have, and a lot of times that is, forcing them to play with essentially one hand tied behind their back. Luckily, with the Generation 2 release on September 21st, we are going to see that all turn around. The new cards are going to come out. We're going to support them with our upcoming tournament format, so you will be required to play with those Generation 2 cards, regardless of how powerful your Generation 1 stack is. And we're going to see a leveling of the playing field where it's not just going to be the access to the cards that you have that's going to determine whether or not you're advancing in some of these rounds, these competitive play rounds, but who can make the most out of an essentially equal stack. Of course, there will still be those chase rares, those chase mythics that are still hard to come by, but these are going to be priced at a very reasonable entry point for newer players. There will be 1 million of them printed. Hopefully lasts longer than 24 hours this time, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I think these cards are going to sell out essentially instantly. And we are going to, but at least we'll have a much wider distribution of some of these more powerful cards, enabling a little bit of a level playing field for players. Let's take a look right now at our tournament coverage. So again, Dozen at the 1 seed. Cope coming in the number 2 slot. We'll take a look at the advanced metrics here. He has a 68.75% opponent's match win percentage, and that is why he is in the 2 seed, despite having the same record as both Oot and Commander Chief. And now we are going to look at the remainder of the field. We're seeing a full card at 2 and 2 with Fukuchi, Zach, Haruki, the Coom Lord himself, and Kalhas, who we just saw with an impressive showing against Nicholas Kano. And those are all vying for an entry into day 2, again, where there will be $500 in cash prizes, as well as those tournament edition skins that we're seeing selling on the open market currently for around $100. So getting into that top 8 is not just a pat on the back. You are earning something very significant typically, and sometimes more than just the monetary value of those cards. It's just nice to be able to play with some of them. We saw some really great cards come out. Nordys, Stanas, Flamigwakens even. So some of these becoming tournament staples. We'll take a look at round 5 and see who has reported the results. We're waiting on Cope and Commander Chief. Looks like we have the remainder of our bracket filled out. while we wait for the last game and the top 8 results, we're going to tune back in to Justin Blends as he gives you his coverage from a couple weekends ago. My name is Brett Banffy. I am your tournament organizer and your host, championstcg.com and discord.gg/champions. Thank you so much for being with us on your Saturday. I'll be back and leaving you now with Blends.
Okay. All right. Let's drop that. Okay, match is open apparently. Let's get in. Ranked play. Woo. The sweat. The sweat. I'll be super patient again, like I was at last deck. I'm not playing my cards super early. My quote unquote powerful cards. Can't play them too early. And we're underway. Match 3. We're currently tied 1-1. Fiddlesticks versus Blends. Let's do it. We got Verlet coming out. There's a 1/1/1 card. 1 mana, 1 attack, 1 defense. That's what we've got, guys. That's what we're rolling with right now. All right, let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna, well, first things first, I'm gonna take this guy out. That's a fairly simple 1/1 trade. I will buff myself and hopefully don't face a whirlwind anytime soon. Because you know how that goes. Whirlwind just wreaks havoc on your deck. There you go. Like I said. Oh my gosh. That's a tough one. I may bring out the Turdy from the very beginning. Bring out the Turdy. Turdy. I love it. This card is the best, guys. It is the best. So one thing I want to say is that we still haven't actually applied or integrated the elemental damage. So flying type, ground type, there's going to be some issues there, I'm sure. Fire type, attacking nature, there's definitely going to be an advantage there. But this is tough right now. As you see, he's got a 7/9 tree guard pulled off of the egg, and then his Trebi, which is not a huge deal, but still a fairly solid amount of defense. And of course, Solar Moo coming to buff that Eagleon for the trade with Lumi. Not what I was hoping for. But oh, I can't use Blizzard on Tree Guard. I'm gonna have to bring up the Pegasi. I don't even know what to do right now, guys. Pull up the Pegasi. Take out the Trebi. Go for the 1 damage. End the turn. That is not what I was hoping for. But, you know, as I say, it is what it is, right? Okay, so I could... Oh my gosh. I can't even take anybody out right now, even if I wanted to, which of course I do. I cannot take any of these guys out. But I could bring out the Ragorser and force them to attack me with the Tree Guard, who could take 8 damage. Depending on, of course, what he pulls, right? I want to bring out the Isoquine, but I don't really want to freeze this Solar Moo doesn't really do that much damage, but again, no guarantees of anything, right? Let me check my deck and see what I've got on hold. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna pull out the egg. And I got 5. Blizzard. This is tough, guys. This is a tough call. Okay, fine. I'll do this. I'll take out the Solar Moo. Force him to attack me with something. Let's see. We'll just play one card at a time. See what he'll do with this one. Maybe he's got a Whirlwind or Earthquake or who knows. Maybe he's got a Rush in this deck. I don't think I've seen him with any major... Oh my gosh. Yeah, you see that? Okay, so... I'm definitely going to freeze somebody here. So let me freeze. Let me freeze this guy. And then let me... I might as well... There's this egg. See, right now this egg has no use. I'm going to save the egg for drawing cards. All right? I'm going to save it for drawing power. I'm going to save the egg for drawing power because I want more cards in my hand. I don't want to spend it on this because I don't have any other costly grass types to bring out. Right? I don't think I do. So I got one. Let me see if I can figure this out quickly. Let's see if I can figure this out super quickly. Let's go to the Kumidex super quickly on my other side and see what I can do. How many seconds do I have? I have 15 seconds to do this. No, there's dark type. Okay, so I'm gonna play this right now. Oh no! That's not what I wanted to do. The fury! I didn't mean to do that. I meant to say that. Oh my gosh. I meant to save that. I meant to just play the monkey for 2 and save the grunt as an extra way to draw a card. Even though I don't have another nature type to pull that costs anything more than 2, I wanted to use the grunt to pull out another card. That could be the game. That could be the game. That was a mistake. I mean, sorry, doing the best I could do. That was not my best. Yeah, that was just not my best, guys. This is tough now. I'm in a bad position. Blizzard. Let's see. 2 damage. Let's do it like that. Then let's do it like this. Okay, and I'm going to freeze this guy. I don't remember when I last froze him, unfortunately. I'm going to freeze him again. I can't believe I made that mistake earlier, guys. I'm so disappointed. I meant to save that egg because that egg could have helped me draw one other card when I need it, right? And who knows when I'm going to need it. Man, that was a mistake. Oh, pretty disappointed, guys. Just not what I anticipated to happen with this deck, this game. I'm going to have to bring up the Fury Bear. He's 6. He costs 6. Maybe I'll bring him out. Get him out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to live coverage of day one. My name is Brett Banfi. I am your host. Thank you so much for being with us all Saturday long. I do have the results from today's day one action, and I have the tournament report of who will be advancing to day two. So please bear with me just a second here. With the number 1 seed, we have Dozen. With the number 2 seed, we have Cope. In number 3 seed, we have Oot. And in number 4 seed, Commander Chief. In the number 5 seed, we have Fukuchi. If any of you have played this game, you understand why all 5 of these players are in our top 8. Extremely fierce competitors. In our number 6 seed, we have Zach BTC. Number 7, with 3 wins, 2 losses, we have Calhas. Finally, in the 8th spot, it was a close one between the Lord himself and Haruki, but Haruki finally makes it through, and we see the conclusion of our top 8 and our day 1 coverage. Ladies and gentlemen, again, my name is Brett Banfi. I am your tournament organizer and your host. I want to thank you so much for being with us on your Saturday. That wraps it up for us for day 1 of this tournament coverage. This is, again, the $500 free-to-play, free-to-enter Weekend Open Series event. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, with day 2 coverage in our best-of-5 single elimination bracket with our players that have been reseeded based on these results. Dozen, Cope, Oot, Commander Chief, Fukuchi, Zach BTC, Calhas, and Haruki. Gonna battle it out tomorrow, and we'll see you back. Just a reminder again for everyone, you are watching our Generation 1 Open Tournament Series. Stay tuned September 21st for our Generation 2 set launch. Really excited about this. We are introducing 18 new abilities to the Pantheon of Champions of Otherworldly Magic, as well as 150 new champions and a whole host of more fun. We will have that live for you using Handcash, so make sure you get yourself a Handcash. Handcash.io to easily grab it. These cards will be available for sale using a debit or a credit card. And again, as always, we support a free play option for all of our game. You can just jump over to championstcg.com, immediately start playing. Plenty of free action, and there is a ranked mode as well. So just like in paper TCGs, you are allowed to purchase and own some of your own cards. And as well, you can trade and sell those. So again, thank you so much for being with us. My name is Brett. Have fun. Have a great rest of your Saturday. We'll see you back for tournament coverage tomorrow.